Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. Day 14 has been completed. Well, no, actually technically not. So, although I've got the banner up, it's not really true. It's actually 706 kilometers. So, I've got 3 kilometers left to do, but I'm just pretty chilled about that. I think that's way less than I thought I would do. So, I can't be at all upset about having just a sort of 3 kilometers. The What I thought would happen today is that I would end up perhaps having to do maybe even 10 kilometers tonight. So that was a real sort of worry. So I'm just really relieved that I was able to get it done. Wow. 14 days, 14 days. It's just blown my mind. I can't believe that. I've actually got, before we do anything, I've got a package. I came back and I found a package. I've got a care package from a sponsor. How cool is that? So one of the sort of the last sponsors was Innocent Drink. So what I've been doing is actually just going into the supermarket because I need to get food anyway. So I was like thinking, hey, they're a sponsor, so I've just been buying some innocent smoothies and things like that, and I really love them anyway. So it's not been a problem. And then they saw me sort of posting this, and then they said we'll send you something. So they've sent me a box. And so I've got, so they make some of these sort of sparkling things. So let me just go like that. Oh no, sorry. I'll never make an influencer, will I? So I should sort of do like that. So I've got that one, which is oh, lemon and lime, lovely. So I've got a couple of those, and I've also got a couple of the berry. I'd already tried that one, and I really like it. So that one's really good. So I've got a couple of those, and I've got some coconut water as well. So which is really cool. So super happy about that. Thank you, Innocent Smoothies Drinks. I say Innocent Smoothies because everyone, I think most people associate it with that, but it's Innocent Drinks, or just Innocent. And they also sent me some stickers. Oh, is there? I have to get my glasses on. Is there? What have we got on there? I've got a crab. I don't want a crab. Oh, Mirta. If Mirta's not okay. Look, Mirta, if you do make it tomorrow, I will give you the unicorn sticker. So if you are plugging, if you do come like you said you would do tomorrow night, at the 4:30 clog, then you will get the unicorn sticker from Innocent. Can't get better than that. So let's talk. Oh, this is just so cool. I can't even get them back in there. How do they put them in the box? Let's put it over there. So, wow, 14 days. Yeah, coconut water is perfect. I'm really excited about that. So I think that's super cool. Now let's talk about what my plan was. In fact, let's talk about last night. So last night I finally got around to doing the Leca deodorant post. So but that took me out. I wasn't going to bed until midnight, so that was a little bit of a problem. So I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to, but I really had to get that post out, um, because it's let's just be honest about it. I've got a commitment to my sponsors to deliver posts and things like that, and I was really struggling with time. And Leca deodorant have been really sort of sweet about it, but I got it out there, and actually think it turned out better than I thought. But please have a look at my. I'd love it if you would go onto Instagram and then just sort of have a look at the reels and then just like it and give it like just a little comment just to sort of promote it. So I'd really sort of appreciate that. It just sort of gives some recognition to the sponsors. So super pleased with that. But that didn't mean went to bed. And then I got a bloody call from a friend of mine in England just as I was editing. I mean, like, why is he phoning me up at that time? But we had a good chat. So Clegs, thank you so much for calling me at that time. I really appreciated it. So went to bed late, got up. I slept till deliberately till 7, and then got to the train station. I've been a little bit nervous. I've been nervous about these 3 days because it's 3 days in Amsterdam, and I've like said, okay, this time I'm doing. I've got like three times. I think there's like 10:30. You can go for a plug with me for an hour. So we sort of get back at 11:30, and that might be, it might be 4 kilometers or might be 6 kilometers. So I've got that, and then a half an hour wait, and then I go out again, and then there's also another one later on in the day. So it's like a 10:30, a 12 o'clock, and a 4:30, and that just means I was getting a bit nervous because I was like thinking, what's going to be happening? Is that just going to really sort of impede on my day because I just cannot get that constant running in? Or is it going to be beneficial because I'll get lots of little rests? In the end, it didn't make as much impact as I thought it would be. I thought I would have like 10 kilometers left to run tonight, but in the end, I've only got 3 to do. So I just go to the run to the supermarket and back, and then that's perfect. So all sorted. So it'll be just a little bit of a jog. And I think maybe tomorrow, now I know about this, I'll try and get that 3 done before I even get to the store. So it could well be that I don't even have anything to do tomorrow night at the last live stream. I don't have to do anything afterwards. But got up 8 o'clock. I tried to leave around 8 o'clock, but I ended up leaving around, I think, 8:15, something like that. Managed to catch a train into Haarlem. Again, I was getting a bit nervous with the trains because now it's schools are back. There are more people on the trains. I was getting a little bit nervous about that. Um, in the end, it was okay getting the buggy. No sort of issues on the train at all. So I managed to sort of get it there, and then got off the train and at Sloterdijk rather than Central Station, and started running to the Trail NL store. So Trail NL are going to be hosting me, or let me sort of use it as a base for 3 days. We've got the Mount to Coast shoes in there for testing. So there's the T1, the H1, and the ones I'm wearing, the C1. So you can sort of try out those shoes, see what they feel like. Yeah, definitely love the shoes. So Mount to Coast are sort of there. Uh, I'm running from Sloterdijk to the store, and suddenly Rochelle and Daphne, so her daughter, sort of just suddenly rock up. I knew that they were coming, but I wasn't expecting really them to just sort of sort of chase me down. So they chased me down, and then the three of us. It was around 7 kilometers to get to the store, and so they're running, and then I'm like thinking, I've got two people running with me. I know one of them likes to wear the banana suit. I've got two extra banana suits in the bag. Why don't I say, let's get the banana suits on? So we ended up doing around 4 kilometers to the store. Um, I will say, Michelle, you did handle the power of the suit a lot better. It feels like it's become part of um your image now. It feels like you're at home in it, to the point where when we actually did, so we got to the trailer now, and then we all went out for a plug anyway at 10:30. She kept the suit on. She wore it, whereas Daphne just gave up, and she like said, it's too bloody hot, I'm taking it off. So she just couldn't handle the power, whereas Rochelle can. That's all I'm saying. It's a clear, yeah, yeah, it's like Lord of the Rings, my precious, my precious. So it's like that. Mirta, I just saw you joined. I have. Oh no, it's not. It's not a sticker. I thought they were stickers. Oh no, they're not stickers. I was going to say you could have a unicorn sticker. Where is it? A unicorn sticker, but you can't. So it's actually a postcard. Oh, it's like a really sweet thing. So it's actually a postcard. I'll read it in Dutch. Yeah, we think it's really awesome to work with you. And here's a little package to make sure that you can get your runs done well. We'll see you on the 2nd of September, and wish you all the success in the coming days. And yeah, oh, that's just so sweet from Team Innocent. Super. I did see a unicorn on the road on the way today, but that was on the later on. So we got to the store. We had some, and then I think there were four of us that went out to do that first loop. That was the only group that I had in the end. So there tomorrow, hopefully some people will be able to join, and then Saturday, hopefully some people will be able to join. So I know that we've got quite a few coming, or we've got some coming. Straight up, there is a prize. If you do come plogging with me over the next 3 days at Trail NL, the one that's got the most interesting trash will win a Run for Promises t-shirt from me. However, you're going to have to beat some very heavy competition already, because we all went out for a plog, and I'm going to... Daphne was she was amazing. She literally, it was like guns blazing, jumping over the fence to go down this really steep slope to get something out of the water. It's going to be my reels today. That's all I'm going to say. She just like completely amazing. What a powerhouse. Absolutely incredible. I was blown away by sort of the athleticism, or the sort of, it was like parkour. She was doing like parkour and running and picking up trash. It was like crazy. And you've also got to see my stories, because there's a really nice, cool bit when I just found some suitcases and threw them out of the bushes. That's also really good. So check out my Instagram stories, because there's a really classic timing one of that. We had a brilliant time running around, or I had a brilliant time. I don't know if they did. I think they did. There should be a reels coming out, I think, from that by Trail NL, and I'll be doing one reel as well tonight, which is just that one specific moment when Daphne just sort of managed to get some amazing trash out. But you can still win a t-shirt. You can still win a t-shirt if you get the most interesting find, if you come along to the Trail NL, to those test events. Then the next loop came out, so then it was time for we went back, said goodbyes. It was like so fantastic. And then the next one, there wasn't anyone there. I mean, I've done loads of dates so that people can come when they can, but it also means that there's going to be times when people aren't there, because it's just going to be not, it's not like one event everyone comes. There's going to be loads of, like 9 different times. So no one came to the next one, so I could just go off and sort of look for trash. Had a nice little loop. Again, it didn't hit the 6 kilometers, but it doesn't matter. And then I got back, and then I got back in time because I had to then do an interview with the Telegraph. Sounds really cool, except the Telegraph was interviewing me. So the sports journalist from the Telegraph came over, because he contacted me yesterday, and he said he wants to do an article on me for the Dumb to Dumb. So not for this adventure. He's got no clue about this adventure. I've been so lax in getting a press release out, but he wanted to have a conversation about how I work as sustainability ambassador for Le Champion. So we're going to do something there for the Dumb to Dumb, which is the big 40th edition. So that's going to be in the Telegraph in the couple of days before, I think. So it could be just as I'm finishing my my 40 days, I think, around the 15th of September. I think it'll be in the paper, but I'll keep you posted anyway. So I had a really nice conversation with him, and yeah, it was fun. I think he was confused, because what was brilliant. So he came to interview me for Dam to Dam and the fact that I run with a bin on my back, and he's interviewing me while I'm in my banana suit. And he's at the end of the conversation, he said, "Why did you keep your banana suit on? Because we're just having a conversation." I said, "That's them's the rules. Keep the banana suit on." So yeah, so who knows? Maybe he mentions in it, and maybe he mentions it, or maybe they do an extra article, I don't know, or just put something on the, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it inspired him enough to find out a little bit more. But it was fun. It was definitely fun being interviewed by the Telegraph. So that's for the Dam to Dam. Next thing I did was go out, and so then I've planned it so that there's like a long pause in the afternoon where I can just go for a real plog just to get some distance in. And so what I did was I just went down the course that the Amsterdam Marathon does along the Amstel, which was really fun. And there's like one jetty, and it had just like this unicorn poking its head like this on the pier. So you just saw the pier, and then there's this unicorn just propping up in the water like this with a little horn looking at you. Crazy. I have to take a photo of it tomorrow. So got back, yeah, and then it was time for me to sort of run back here. So I just did an easy jog. I failed today in terms of food. So yesterday when John ran with me, then it was really good because we had literally I ate half a banana bread cake thingy in throughout the day, and also some other pieces. So I was feeding quite well yesterday, and I forgot. I just got distracted and stressed by everything that I just kind of forgot to eat. So I did have Norbert, Kirsten, I did have your drink smoothie thing, and I did have a sandwich in the morning, and that was it. So I just failed abysmally on feeding myself. So I've had my recovery shake now, and I'm going to have like a really nice big meal. But tomorrow it will not. It will go better. I know where I went wrong. I'm more confident with the whole planning of this Trail NL place. So I should be better. But yeah, in the end, I think I had maybe around 800 calories for the whole day, which is just stupid. Which has meant that on the way back from the train station today, I was just dead on my feet, and I was just sort of shuffling along. But that's fine. I've only got 3 to go, and what I'm gonna do is that 3 kilometers getting to the supermarket. I am gonna have the biggest bowl of pasta you've ever seen in your life. I will take a post of it, so you will see. I found a bucket on the side of the road today, so I'm going to be using that. So yeah, so that failed. But the big news is, and you see it on the banner, it's day 14. It's day 14, 14 days. That's 2 weeks of running 300, just over 350 kilometers a week, which is just, how is this possible? The Telegraph guy was, because he didn't know about this. He's like, going, you've run how much? I'm just sat there talking to him, having a cup of coffee in the banana suit, and then I said, oh yeah, let me just get my phone so that I just get up and everything. And he's like, dude, how much fitness have you got? So it was kind of cool to get that sort of recognition. What was also nice was he said, how the hell can you do it? And I said, yeah, I think the main reason is being a vegan. And he said, that's funny. I was speaking to, I just interviewed someone a couple of weeks ago, a discus thrower, and she said exactly the same thing. It's about recovery. You just recover so quick as a vegan. And that is, yeah, it is not, my powers of recovery are not like Wolverine. It's just because I am simply a vegan. Everything goes through quickly. You don't have that muscle pain. You don't have that, you don't have that inflammation you get from meat. I don't want to get all preachy. Everyone is different, but yeah, it's 709 kilometers is just blowing my mind. How am I able to do this? So I'm just amazed. And then I thought, have I broken 1,000? And I worked out. So today, I didn't. I promise this is just chance. So before yesterday, I was at 689 kilos. Then yesterday we had the 252 kilos, and then I just typed it into the calculator because today I got 59 kilos, and it is actually exactly 1,000 kilograms that I've collected over 14 days. A metric ton. Crazy. And that's with the help of people, definitely sort of just ridiculous. Exactly 1,000 kilograms in 14 days. Ridiculous. It's not about the trash on the ground. I mean, the people that have run with me know I leave so much trash behind. I'm making things cleaner, not clean, because I have to keep on my running. I have to keep my 50 kilometers going. But that is just blowing my mind. This does not mean, because we're a third in, it does not mean that I'm going for 3,000 kilograms. I'm going for for 2,000 kilograms. I think that, bearing in mind, I'm going to be going to places I've been to before. Next 3 days it's all going to be the same route. Next week I'm in Harlem again, same route. So I do not expect to get so quickly to another 1,000, but I do hope now. I think it's realistic to say let's go for two tons of trash. What a headline that is! Can you imagine that? Oh, 2,026 kilograms. How cool would that be? That would be so cool, right? Oh, that's it. Now you see how my brain works. So I'm going for 2,026 kilometers, 2,026 kilograms. A kilogram, a kilometer. Oh, that's got to be doable, right? I'm going for it. But unlike running, I won't stop if I break that target. But that's it. I'm gonna just carry on. Oh man, that's so cool, so cool. Blown away. In terms of interesting trash I found today, found a fat bike, just the frame of a fat bike. It had been completely stripped down. Every element of that fat bike had been stripped down, and it was just the frame that had just been thrown in the bush. So got that. There was like quite a few suitcases. I found a stash place. So what you kind of get to know these things. I kind of know where they are, and I sniffed it out. Not literally, but I just kind of know where these things are. So that one on the Instagram, you see the bags being thrown down. There's a heap of other trash there. So Mirta, just we're going to be going and ransacking that place. So what happens is the people. I mean, this is not not every homeless person or duckless person is a does this, but there are some obviously that do steal things, and suitcases are a big one. So they take them to this sort of place, and they sort of they just empty it and take all the stuff that's valuable and sell it, and then the rest they just leave there, so it's just hidden from view. So we've got loads of other trash. What was really nice is I threw all the suitcases down. We've got this great image of me sort of like just going with on the trolley with these suitcases, and then there was a guy, one of the council workers, was coming towards me, and I was like thinking, is he's got like a little minivan type thing. I was like thinking, is he collecting trash? But he wasn't. He was cleaning. He had all cleaning gear. But he said, "Look, you've got big waste there. Just give it to me, and I'll get rid of it." So we could just give him the waste, which was those suitcases, which was perfect. So we did that. Yeah, and then this thing from Daphne, which is just blow my idea. Yeah, just really really cool stuff. Oh, and I think another thing which was interesting, there's like some when you're in Amsterdam, and those people that join me in Amsterdam, you'll see there's some trash that is just there on the side. Yeah, they've taken it out and they said, right, I'm going to put it there, and the council can pick it up. That's it, boff. So it's kind of it's called careful littering. Basically, it means that they know that they're littering, but they're kind of doing it with they think they're doing something good. Oh yeah, look, I can't get rid of it. I'm going to put it there. There are designated areas for big trash, but they don't take it there. They just leave it. And I was just outside the Rye, and there was two chipboard, just two huge pieces, slabs of chipboard that was just lying on the ground. And because they're unassuming, they're just lying there. No one's picking them up. The council aren't picking them up. No, and they're just in the middle of sort of by a traffic light. And they'd been there so long that they were completely covered in moss. Yeah, and then you lift it up, and then there's all these sort of woodworms. It's just sort of, well, there wasn't woodworms because it's all got glue in it and everything. But yeah, there were. It was just completely covered in moss, just lying there. No one was ever going to touch it. The council were going to touch it. The only time it would get picked up is if they did roadworks and they had to do that. So that's the only time. So I went, screw it. This is been there way too long. If it's gathered moss and you have to like literally pry it from the pavement. So I took those two things out there. So that was another sort of huge thing. Huge huge gas canister. So I was behind the Rye, and then there was a 20 kilo gas tank. Yeah, not laughing gas. This is just full on proper um, gas, whatever, that you sort of cook with and things like that they use presumably in the Rye. And it had just been sort of picked up and dumped in the bushes. So I sort of picked it up and put it next to the bin. Then I sort of ran back to the Rye and saw a security guard, and I told him about it, and it didn't look like he could care less. I was like thinking, there's probably a huge deposit on these things. So I let him know. It's up to him what if he does anything with it. I think that's all I've got. So Mia, to bring your gloves, because when you come tomorrow, we're gonna be getting our hands dirty. You're gonna have to. Unfortunately, the unicorn's a little bit too far away, but I will take a photograph of it. Anyone else has? I think. I think that's everything. Yeah, I'm really excited about the coat. So for those that didn't, that are just seeing the live stream but didn't sort of join late, I got a care package from Innocent, and so I've got things like coconut water. So should I have it now? No, I'm not going to have it now. I'm going to save it. So that's going to go in the buggy. I'm going to definitely eat more tomorrow, and I'm really excited about getting that milestone, 1,000 kilograms. Crazy, insane. Tomorrow there are 2 suits already at. Oh, the other thing is because I'm keeping it, because I'm at 3 days at Trail NL. I ran back with the buggy, but without the 2 things on the side. And I've forgotten it's a huge buggy, but I just make it so huge with those 2 things on the side. So I was running back to the train station. I was like, this is so small. It's just freaking. It was freaking me out. I was just getting on the train without a problem and everything like that, because I've left the side boxes at the Trail NL store. So, and Trail NL, I mean, if you do come to Amsterdam to do it, bring your credit card, because you will love the stuff they've got. The thing I love about Trail NL is it is so specialized in trail running that they've got all of these super cool shoes that I see on YouTube, whether it's Believe in the Run or Doctors of Running podcast, or all of those other ones. So there's like the Norda 005, those that, or the Norda 055 is there, the Prodigio Pro from La Sportiva. So all these shoes that I just like hear about, I can finally touch. They got some really great trail specific stuff. So it's definitely worth coming to the store just to see and just come for the plugging and stay for the shopping. That's a catchphrase. And Derek, who's the owner, I'm gonna be interviewing him tomorrow. So in the podcast tomorrow night, we'll have a pre-recorded video section, like I've done on a couple of other times, of just him, and it'll show you around the store and everything like that. So you'll get a good idea. So tonight the reels will be really fun. You're gonna absolutely love it. It's one of those iconic plugging type scenes. You kind of think people working together, just brilliant. Love it. If there are no questions, then I'm going to shut down, because I am going to go and eat. I am going to go and eat. I promise I will get, even if I only had 800 calories today, I'm going to be having 4,000 calories tonight. So I will be making up for it. Thank you so much for listening into these live streams, or even if you're just sort of doing it on the replay. I really appreciate it. I love these live streams. That for me, they don't take time. They don't take energy. They give me energy, even though I'm a bit, I'm completely dead in the head. So it's sort of floating around and meandering, and it's just me telling you about how the day went. It's not very exciting. I try and sort of bring in some humor in there where I can, but I really appreciate people taking the time to listen to this, because it really is an important part of the adventure. When I did it last year with the 31 marathons, it became the thing. So whenever I do an adventure, I just have to do this. It just has to be an inherent part of what I do, I think. So I very much appreciate that you take time to listen to these live streams. It's just brilliant. So tomorrow I'm in Trail NL in Amsterdam. Hopefully I'll see some of you there, and have a have a great evening, and just take care of each other. Just I spoke to a few people of acts of kindness, and one of the things that was great, and Mieta did that, and a few other people have done, who've made sort of pledges, and they sort of almost made they've kind of made the act of kindness to themselves. And someone today on the street, I was just chatting to them, saying, yeah, about I want promises for acts of kindness. And the woman actually said, can it be an act of kindness to yourself? And I said, absolutely. If it means that it's an act of kindness to yourself, that means that it gives you energy, or it gives you longevity, or it gives you health, whether it's mental or physical, then that is only a benefit to all the loved ones that you have around you, whether it's friends or family. So definitely, it's the most important thing about these acts of kindness. And this is where I think, yeah, if you look at, let's take some political powers or something, they kind of go, yeah, let's make our country do really well. That is not that is not that is not for people. You're actually doing it against people. You're trying to win against another country. You're trying to win against the other countries. You're not trying to raise yourself up. You're trying to raise yourself above others. And so that is not what it's meant to be. So an act of kindness is great as long as it has no, it's not against anything. That's the most important thing. Is it, if you're doing something kind, ask yourself, does this have a negative impact on anyone? If it does, then it's not what I'm hoping for. I kind of want it's kindness for people, not against people, and that's always, I think, the most important thing. And you can have that. What is it? That's like it's everyone. I want everyone to win, and the whole thing is don't beat the others, raise yourself up with the others. If you all get higher, then that's how it works. I'm just rambling now. I'm going to press. I should have hit that end stream button already. Thank you very much for letting me ramble on for the last minute. I wonder if I could edit that out. Anyway, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Let's hope, fingers crossed, I have no kilometers to do. That's my goal for tomorrow. No kilometers to do by the time I do the live stream. Let's see if it works. Thank you very much for listening. I pressed the first button. So now I'll be pressing the second button. So I'm going to tell you now